Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh playing some more Trap Demise Eldlich. This is Angel Ibarra's corrected deck list, playing Dogmatica Punishment, which is a much better card than Divine Punishment. Well, this is an extremely skillful, thought-intensive hand. We're going to normal summon Inspector Border because we are brilliant Yu-Gi-Oh players. We're going to set Punishment, we're going to set Strike, and I think we're going to stop there. We don't want to, like, lose all of our cards to Lightning Storm. It seems unlikely opponent's desires for us to. It seems unlikely our opponent will be able to kill us through 2 traps in a border. So if they kill the border, don't kill us. They'll kill our back row, kill the border, but don't kill us. Goes in match, and Torrential can potentially bring us back into the game. Opponent main decked evenly. Well, that's annoying. I feel like we have to keep border. This is such a toss-up, because whatever we banish, we're going to end up needing. Punishment gets us to Ecclesia, but Ecclesia doesn't do anything under border. Strike is just good, but border could potentially turn off our opponent's entire hand. I think we keep border. Go down our back row. Good thing we didn't set everything. This is more or less the exact scenario we were worried about, because now our opponent for sure can't kill us. But we are down several cards. Opponent sets a back row, sets a back row. We draw a card of Demise. We're going to go to battle. I wonder if our opponent's playing Altergeist. That would make sense if they're main decking Desires and evenly. Usually Altergeist plays Extrav instead of Desires, but some, not so much anymore, but a lot of budget players, myself included, used to play Desires if they didn't have Extravs. We're going to set 2 back row, activate card of Demise. We draw 3, set Skill Drain, set Haquero, set Gozen, pass the turn. There's an argument for keeping Haquero in hand to pitch off a card of Demise, but our opponent also isn't putting any monsters up, and we kind of want to just have this for damage, if nothing else. And if our opponent's playing back row heavy deck, our opponent's playing Toons! Alright! Activates Toon Bookmark. We've played against some really interesting decks this week on Daily Duels. Searches Toon World. Has a... Oh my god. Okay. Well... Chain nothing. Lose... Get 5 for 1. Our opponent lost 1 card. We lost 5 cards. Go Inspector Border. Hold down the fort. Opponent activates Toon Kingdom. Opponent activates Toon Page Flip. They're going to summon something huge. Summons a Blue-Eyes Toon Dragon. We are non-ironically about to lose to Toons. Okay. Goes to the end phase. During the end phase, we're going to use Haquero. Go Scarlet. Bring us back into this game. Can't attack the turn it is special. Toon cards are so bad. Like, unapologetically, like, these cards are just terrible. Well, maybe we're clawing our way back in. We're going to Extrav. We get Imperial Order. That could actually be really good in this matchup. Activate Duality. Grab Conquistador, because we have to blow up a Toon Dragon. Set Order. Set Conquistador. Pass the turn. Opponent evenly matched Feather Duster, just Toons are actually a bad matchup for Eldlich. Just like, okay. Opponent goes to battle. We're not letting them declare attack, so they have to pay life to attack. Like, these cards just like have more restrictions than they need. And they can't even... I guess they could attack our monster, but they're attacking us directly. Excuse me. Effect of Conquistador, Chain Scarlet. Cannot target Toon monster with card effects. Just making sure that they can't protect this Blue Eyes with something dumb. Summon Golden Lord. Summon Conquistador. Effective Conquistador. Destroy Toon Dragon. Oh, they can just protect it. Okay. And opponent has a Super Poly. Okay, well, Misread Toon Kingdom, get Super Poly. So we've gotten Super Poly'd, Even Lead, and Feather Dustered this game. This is brutal. Opponent summons Mud Dragon of the Swamp. All we had to do is chain the Imperial Order here. Like, there was no reason not to chain the Imperial Order here. Opponent chooses Light. Gets about 1 million replays for all of this. Hits us for 3,000. Attacks over Conquistador. Main phase 2, end phase, draw phase. We draw a Judgment. That's pretty good. Draw phase, standby phase. So our opponent's not wanting us to go to our main phase, but we're also not doing anything in it. Go to our end phase. Banish Scarlet, chain Conquistador. Conquistador, set Scarlet. Scarlet, set Conquistador. I'm not going to activate this yet because we don't want to pay 700 life points on our opponent's standby. Opponent enters start step of battle phase. We're going to activate Imperial Order. Turn off this stupid Toon World. If our opponent attacks with Blue Eyes first, they pay 500. If they attack with Mud Dragon first, we're going to activate our Eldlich cards, just to not take the damage. Opponent attacks with Toon Dragon first. Sure. We're going to try this again. Activate Conquistador. Chain Scarlet. Summon Golden Lord from the deck. Summon Conquistador. Effective Conquistador. Try this. Alright. Took us a couple more turns than it should have, but we destroyed the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. Okay. Mud Dragon calls Light. Runs over Conquistador. Sure. Main phase 2. Sets a card. Goes to end phase. We draw Duality that doesn't do anything. Opponent activates Mud Dragon. Calls Light. I'm not sure how much targeting our opponent thinks we do, because really we just do Golden Lord from hand, and that's like the only targeting effect we have. Activate Scarlet, set YGO. Probably not super relevant. We take 700. Effect of Golden Lord Engrave. Send YGO. If opponent negates this, it's fine because we still have one on board. Lets it go. Summon huge Golden Lord. Switch to attack. Go to battle. Attack. Opponent takes 600. Attack. Opponent takes 35. Main phase 2. End phase. Activate Haquero. Set our last Scarlet. Pass the turn. We take 700. Opponent's down to 900 though. So if we come back and win this, let's think about this. We got hit with evenly matched Harpy's Feather Duster and Super Poly, and dramatically misplayed with Imperial Order, and still came back to win the game. And our deck isn't even particularly powerful. Like, you could say we got lucky with Imperial Order. Opponent summons Eater of Millions. This outs everything, so I think we judgment that. If our opponent has another one, we might be in trouble, because I don't think we have a clean out to this. They set a card, pass the turn, take 700. It would be really cute to try to burn. Actually, burning them with the rail cannon might be better, unless they have judgment, in which case they pay 450 life points to do anything. Let's just go to battle. Attack. It's an Ash. Attack for game, hopefully. Cross our fingers. Opponent takes it. Alright, so our opponent had... So we messed up, and our opponent had Super Poly evenly Feather Duster. Feather Duster us for 5. We had 5 back row when they Feather Duster us, and they still couldn't put game on the board. Like, any other deck would have killed us like 5 times over through that. The Toon cards just have too many restrictions. They're not good. I don't think Inspector Border actually stops anything in this deck except Ash, so we can definitely go down that. Go up our own Lightning Storm and Feather Duster. Ice Dragon's Prison doesn't seem great. They have mostly so they have Dragon, War, and Warrior. Attributes, they have Light and Dark that we saw. Probably go up Nadir's, and we'll try it like that. Mostly speculating on how good Rivalry and Gozen are. I feel like these decks don't spam the board, so neither of those cards are great. We also don't have much else we want, and we do want Nadir's. This hand is okay. Strike also feels kind of medium. Our opponent's not activating a lot of monster effects. Maybe we should have gone down Strikes instead of Rivalries. Opponent sets a back row and passes. Okay. Activate Pot of Extravagance, banish 6. We draw Golden Lord Nadir. Not exciting. Kept Titaniclad Engrave. That's good. Activate Lightning Storm. Call Spells and Traps. Get rid of Super Poly. Activate Nadir. So Nadir dumps Titanclad, searches Ecclesia, and then we don't have anything else to get off Titanclad. We extract, so dumping Vergy doesn't do anything. Maybe just dump Wind Pegasus. Dump Wind Pegasus, search Ecclesia. Normal Ecclesia, effect of Ecclesia. Search Punishment. Go to battle. With how our opponent's been running, we're, like, non-ironically about to attack into a Gores. Opponent takes 15, go to main phase 2. We know they're playing Feather Duster and evenly, so we're not going to set much. We're going to set Punishment, and we're going to set Strike. Pass the turn. Wind Pegasus seems really good because we can shuffle back a Toon. Opponent has a Danger Thunderbird. Pitches in evenly to get rid of, to summon a Thunderbird. So they draw another card. Thunderbird is big. We have stuff big enough to kill it with punishment, though. Opponent goes to battle. We did lose Omega. We would have liked to send that. Punishment. Target Thunderbird. Send Zeus. We're not summoning a Zeus this game. We're not summoning a Zeus. We could probably play 100 games with this deck. We never summon a Zeus. Goes main phase 2. Sets a back row. We draw Scarlet. That's good. Go to battle. Attack for 15. Opponent's down to 5,000. Set Scarlet. Pass the turn. So one of the things that... So I don't particularly like control decks. We play a lot of them on daily duels on weeks where I'm especially busy because they're easier to play and I know most of the cards already. But I don't necessarily think they're good. I think it's very rare that it's correct for a tournament setting to play a control deck. And one of the reasons why we're kind of seeing in this match where we are very far ahead in card advantage and board presence. Opponent has a super poly. So by most tangible metrics, we are winning this. Opponent pitches Toon, Blockbuster Soldier. We're winning this game. Like, our opponent just summons a Mud Dragon, and that's annoying, but it's not going to prevent us from winning the game. The problem with playing a deck like this is we can be very far ahead, and we're not actually, like, particularly close to winning the game. So we're in control, but we're not killing our opponent anytime soon. So we're going to activate Nadir, dump Entus, grab Ecclesia back from the graveyard, effective Entus, target Mud Dragon. We can't target Mud Dragon. They called Light, target our opponent's set. It's a Gren Maju Toons. Alright. Our opponent's just playing like every like sacky weird card in the game. We're gonna banish Scarlet, get Haquero, Golden Lord, send Haquero. We will special summon a zombie. We will activate Ecclesia, special summon Ecclesia, effective Ecclesia, search another punishment. So we have, our opponent has 2 cards in hand. We have 5 cards in hand, 3 cards on the board. Opponent's gonna activate Droll. That's fine, we weren't searching again anyway. So opponent's down to literally 1 card. But we're still not putting damage on the board. Like, at most, we're hitting our opponent for 5,000 this turn, which is a lot as a proportion of 8,000. But we're giving our opponent lots of turns to top deck out of this. And now, our opponent's playing Toons. What they could realistically top deck out of this is limited. But if they were playing a deck like Drytron, and we give our opponent multiple turns to, say, draw an evenly, get rid of all but one of our back row, and then activate an alpha and just start their whole combo over again, that's not a desirable position to be in. We want to be able to take control of the game and then actually end the game in a very timely manner. So we're going to use Golden Lord. It's just a draw, so we win the game. We gave our opponent, I think, 3 turns to top deck ways out of that. And because our opponent was also playing a fairly slow deck, they weren't able to. But those are turns that we don't want to be giving our opponent. And so I feel like combo decks like Drytron or Dragon Link or even Tri-Brigade to a lesser extent that put lots of damage on the board are generally going to be better than these control decks. Our opponent's deck was really interesting. I'm not sure. I mean, obviously, I don't think the Toons are especially competitive, but they're really fun, and Toon Kingdom does have some interesting synergies with Gren Maju. And because these engines are so small, you get to play lots of broken cards. You get to play draw, super poly, evenly. So I don't know if our opponent's deck is like the most competitive way to play any of these cards, but we did see in game one they were able to sack us for some pretty extreme card advantage. So GG opponent, keep testing out the cool deck. I hope we play against you again.